What's up, guys? Mirko here with another adventure in daily mount running. Today we are going to be doing the Dragon Soul raid. Specifically, we are looking for the drop off of Ultraxion Experiment 12B, which is a Twilight Dragon. I actually have one Twilight Drake already, the one from Sartharion, I believe. I want to say the Twilight one is the 25-man version. I also have the Black Drake from the 10-man version. But this one is a much cooler looking model in my opinion, and it has long been on my hit list. I also need the Blazing Drake that drops off of Deathwing, and that will actually be a 2-for-1 special when it drops, because that is the last Drake I need for the Drake collecting achievement, which will give me the Green Drake. So I'm hoping to get that. Today, though, we're not going to be worried about that. We're just going for the Blazing Drake. And it doesn't take too long. Honestly, the biggest pain in the ass in this dungeon is all the RP you have to go through. As you can see, boom, knocked out the first boss, fly back and forth, knock out these two bosses. It's no biggie. But the RP at the top of this tower is a pain. So it'll take a little bit longer, but maybe 5 to 7 minutes, I think. That should be about all we need. Man, this dungeon, this was actually the first raid. Well, no, I take it back. It's the second raid I ever completed. I believe the first was Trial of the Crusader. But this is the first one I ran a lot, because this is when Raid Finder came out. And I've never been huge into organized raiding. It's just between work and family and whatnot. I've never had the time for it. So Raid Finder really opened it up to where I could do more raiding, as you could just hop on and jump in any time. So this is the raid I have probably ran more than any other raid. And it's also considered one of the worst raids Blizzard's ever put out. And I actually have a video, which will be linked at the end of this video, of my opinions on what they could have done to make this place better. And honestly, this right here is probably the worst part. This is just so lazy. We have two of this, basically the same boss. I know they're different versions of Old God minions, but look at this. This is a freaking copy and paste encounter. Both inside these big Old God things, and both tentacle looking monsters. Oh wow, something must have procced to kill him that quick. Yeah, this was too much. I actually think the other guy, Warlord Zanaz, he was cooler. He should have been kept, but this boss right here, this is just a waste. That should not be a raid boss. That's a trash mob. And I always lamented that you didn't fight Deathwing in his dragon form in this place, which kind of sucked. Although the Spine encounter and the Madness of Deathwing, they're cool encounters. I don't think you should get rid of them, but it would have been cool to fight Deathwing as an actual dragon. But there we go. 3 bosses knocked out. Now we're going to the top. And see, that's only taken us, what, 3 minutes? If it wasn't for this RP shit we have to go through up here, we could knock this out easily in 5 minutes. But alas, no, they don't. Oh, it's good. Blizzard's good about letting you skip things nowadays, especially some of those scenarios, which take a lot of time, but you do still got to go through this little song and dance up here. So let's just get up here. And who do we got to talk to? Now this one we just walk up to and initiates. And they'll do their little play, and we'll just sit back and watch. But no, I enjoyed this raid back in the day. It was, I mean, like I said, it's, you know, a lot of reused assets and all, but the encounters, some of them were kind of fun. Madness was a challenge for Raid Finder. I remember that. But yeah, this was, I believe, the second raid I did. I did finish, I think, Trial of the Crusader. And as I said in the first video, our first mount run, I did ZG all the way back in vanilla, and I believe I even did AQ20 once or twice. But I'm pretty sure we never finished it. I may have actually finished CG. I take that back. That one I may have finished, but did not finish AQ20. I know that. And I never really ran Molten Core or any of that. Didn't raid ICC. And this was the first one I actually ran a whole bunch. And unfortunately, it was the crappiest one. And I did raid the Mists of Pandaria raids all the way to the end. I want to say yes. I even did Siege of Orgrimmar. It was after that that I kind of dropped off. I did not run. I don't believe I ran hardly any raids in WoD. I pretty much dropped out of it. It's just, I don't know, raiding's just not for me. It gets a little old. just spamming your attacks for 10 minutes straight on a mob. It's not my thing. I'm a fairly casual player, and mount collecting is now my pretty much new passion in the game, I guess you could say. And transmog, I'm getting a little bit more into transmog. Don't judge me on what I'm wearing now. I've just started really getting into this. It will get better with time. I've definitely got to up my collection in transmog, but I want to focus on mounts first because I'm a person who I like to match my mounts with my transmog. I think it really just takes it to another level when the mount matches with everything. Like right now with this set, I believe I'm still using the Deathwing mount that came from the 15-year anniversary. And I just got the Shaman class mount, which don't match at all. Now, the fire version of it does, but unfortunately you have to be elemental. And I don't hardly ever run elemental. Which, ironically enough, back in up until Wrath of the Lich King, I believe I was running pretty much exclusively elemental. I actually had a hybrid version I wanted to build in vanilla that involved getting the enhanced Wind Fury and elemental mastery. I thought that would have been badass to just busting out Wind Furies and having elemental mastery. Back in the day, it just made your next spell, I think, instant cast. So having instant cast spells plus Wind Fury. I don't even know if I ever finished getting there. I don't think I ever got a good two-handed weapon either. That was my big drawback. I could never get an Arcanite Reaper or nothing. I was super casual back then. But I switched to enhancement with Wrath of the Lich King, which is, I believe, I can't remember what changed. I think that's when we got wolves and all that, and it was really, really a lot easier to level with enhancement at that point. So, and I have been enhancement since then, since pre-patch, I want to say, of Wrath of the Lich King. I've been enhancement, so don't plan, and I have no intention of going back. Even though enhancement usually has its troubles, I'm sticking with it. To me, it's easily the most fun spec of Shaman. Alright, where are these little turds? We got to one-shot about 5 to 10 of these dudes. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to do some more. We got some more role-playing to do first, folks. Deathwing's got to run his mouth before he becomes a loot pinata. That is still a sick-ass looking dragon model. That was one of the reasons I was kind of taking a break from WoW for a time, for a couple months, and I came back in time to get ready to get this Deathwing mount for the 15-year anniversary. And it's still probably my favorite flying mount model in the game. So glad they put that in. Alright, yeah, so now we just got to kill off one shot a whole bunch of these dudes. I wish we could do this Wrath of the Lich King 5-man dungeon style and just gather them all up at one time so I could one-shot them all. That would be awesome. But no, gotta wait. Come on, where you at? There's one. Alright. Oh, there's another one. I always get so paranoid when I'm up looking around like this spinning and I'm going to walk right off the platform. Man, they're not coming in quick at all today. Alright, there's another one. What are we on time? 9 minutes. So this is taking 9 minutes. See, no, we 3 bosses in. It took us a minute per boss to start. Now we're at 9 minutes after getting one more boss just from flying around in RP. And that was, to me, one of the big flaws of this is all the flying around and there was a little too much RP. There was some good cutscenes. There's fixing to be one coming up after we beat Ultraxion. I thought the cutscenes were pretty awesome, but the flying around and the RP, nah, they could have done without that for sure. That was lame. Alright, that might be it. Perfect. And we're going to go a little bit over 10 minutes, it looks like, for this video, which is not too bad. We can afford it. We can afford 10 minutes. YouTube, they got plenty of bandwidth. All right, one more bit of role play, and then we're going to smack Ultraxion around and hopefully get this mount. It has been a minute since I think I've actually got a mount. No, I take that back. I got one day before yesterday from the Army of the Light, one of their Paragon boxes. I got the, where is it? Yeah, Avenging Fell Crusher. Not a bad looking mount. Not bad at all. But this mount, this is a good looking flying mount to me. I loved the whole idea of the chromatic drakes and the twilight drakes. They are very cool. That new one, the new version, the Twilight Avenger, that's a really good looking mount. But this dude, he is a badass. Now, I wish the model looked a little bit more like him. To me, it looks more like the Twilight Avenger. If the mount straight up looked like him, though, I'd be doing this a lot more often. Boom. Man, I've run this a couple times on some of my other alts, and I guess I don't realize how much more geared the shaman is than the other ones. This is my main character. Let's see. Did we get it? We did not. Well. Oh, man, I've got a full inventory. Super. Well, guys, that's about it. Another day, another failure. We'll keep up at it, though. Not sure what's going to be next. Have to look around, see. Could be Karazhan. Could be... Oh, dear. What else? I don't even know. We'll go through it, though. We'll definitely... I'm going to try to do it for quite a while. I'm going to try to do different runs each day and not do any of the similar ones. And here, look, there's the cinematic. Well, anyway, that about wraps it up. I will see you guys in the next video.